Hey guys, thank you for joining me for part 2 of Your Pet Eating a Foreign Object. I'm going to jump right into topic number 4, which is once a diagnosis has been made that in fact there is a foreign body, then surgery really is your best option. So the first thing that needs to get done is an estimate. Now typically the cost for this surgery is around $2,000 to $4,000. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. Now there are many reasons why there's a range in price, and actually that's going to be a topic on one of my upcoming videos. But for now, let's get back to the estimate. Make sure a staff member goes over the estimate with you and that you understand what's what and all the risks involved before you sign anything. Once you feel comfortable with everything, you can at that point sign the estimate. Just make sure you get a copy of the estimate before you leave. After that, it's time to get your pet ready for surgery. Now, if blood work hasn't already been done yet, they do blood work first, mainly for anesthesia purposes, because if there's something abnormal in the blood work, that could affect the whole surgery protocol. For example, let's say your pet's kidney values are elevated. Most likely, the anesthesia and/or IV fluid therapy protocols will change. Next on the list is fluid therapy. They're going to put your pet on IV fluids so as to rehydrate them. Now this is important because if your pet has been vomiting, they're going to be dehydrated for sure. So by rehydrating, this will be beneficial during surgery. Okay, let's move on to prepping for surgery. So once your pet is under general anesthesia, they position your pet on his or her back and shave most of the belly. Now I mention this because I've had countless times where owners get their pets back and they're surprised that we either shaved too much or shaved at all. So yes, this is necessary because it helps to create a sterile field. And by shaving, this will help to accomplish that. Okay, now that that's done, we scrub and wipe the area clean, and when your pet is on a good plane of anesthesia, it's time to go into the OR. Alright, so we're in surgery now and everything is going to plan. Now if you're lucky, your pet is going to have a gastrotomy and that's it, meaning the foreign body is in the stomach. In, out, done deal, no problem. However, if the foreign body or pieces of the foreign body are in the intestines, then they'll do what is called an enterotomy. Now, this is where things can get a little dicey. So remember back in video number 1, topic 2, when I was really adamant about taking your pet to the vet immediately if you have all 4, or now, actually that I think about it, at least 3 of the things to look for when it comes to obstruction? This is why. So if the foreign body is in the intestines and it's been days that your pet has been sick, you're losing precious time. Reason being, where that foreign body is seated, your pet potentially could be losing blood flow to that area. And when that happens, that tissue begins to die. It begins to become necrotic. And so the potential for complications during and after surgery go up. Okay, let's move on to topic number 5. Taking care of the post-operative pet and what to expect. Now it's been 24 to 48 hours after surgery and things are better. Your pet is eating and drinking again and holding things down. It's time to go home. But before they bring your pet out to you, let them know that you want to take care of the bill and the discharge instructions first. Reason being, I've seen and been in situations where bring their pet out to the owner and the bill hasn't been paid and the discharge instructions haven't been gone over yet. And so when that happens, owners get so distracted by their pet that it becomes very difficult to go over everything. Let's say there's a discrepancy in the bill. Now you're having to deal with that and the excitement of your pet. Same thing with the discharge instructions. It becomes almost impossible to listen to and understand what the staff member is going over when your pet demands your attention. Alright, so you get the idea. Okay, so we finally made it back home. Now once we're home, the most important thing is rest. Rest, rest, and more rest. Because your pet has just went through a major surgery, so rest is key. So that means no running, no jumping, avoid stairs if you can, because you don't want your pet to pop out any of the sutures. Now keep in mind, there are external sutures, the ones that you can see, but there's also internal sutures, and those are the ones that you don't want anything to happen to. So if you have to crate your dog or cat until the sutures come out, then that's what you have to do. Also, make sure your pets can't get to the surgery site, because if they can, you run a risk of having them pull those sutures out. You don't want that to happen. Now, worst case scenario is your pet not only pulls out those sutures, but also pulls out some intestines. Now, this is a rare case, but believe me, I've seen it happen. Also, keep an eye on the surgery site itself to make sure it's healing properly. A good idea is to take a picture of the surgery site before you leave the hospital at the time of pickup. That way you have a reference point. You know, is the swelling going down? Has the redness and or bruising diminished, or is it spreading? Now, it's important to stay on top of things for about 10 to 14 days, which is the time frame that it takes for those sutures to come out. Now, once that time frame has gone by, pretty much in the clear, your pet can resume normal activity. Okay, let's move on to topic number 6, the most common things that your pets will eat that will cause obstruction. Let's start off with dogs. In my experience, socks are at the top of the list. Some of you pet owners know exactly what I'm talking about. Other things are toys with squeakers in them. Yes, dogs love their squeaker toys, don't they? They love them so much that they'll rip open that teddy bear, take out that squeaker toy, or take out the squeaker rather, and swallow them. All right, let's see what else. Rocks, corn on the cob, leather, whether it's leather leashes, leather, leather shoes, anything leather really. Bras or pieces of bras, particularly mothers who are lactating. Underwear, more often than not, women's underwear. Let's see, feminine products, used feminine products. So if you're asking yourself, why in the world would my pet eat a used feminine product? Well, again, let's go back to video number 1, topic 1, reasons why your pet may eat a foreign object. And I said that smell plays an important part in what your pets will eat. Well, now we've come full circle. So you think about it. Used feminine products has a very strong odor to it. Leather, what is leather? It's animal hide. Dogs are going to eat that for sure. Mothers who are lactating, like I said, bras, yeah, that smells like something your dog would want to eat. Smelly socks, sure, no problem. Okay, now you understand. Now you get the idea. Okay, let's move on to cats. Now, cats are finickier. So more often than not, dogs are going to be the ones to go into the hospital with a possible foreign body. But cats still get into trouble from time to time. So these are the most common things that your cats will eat that will cause obstruction. Really anything like string, whether it's yarn, sewing thread with or without the needle, fishing line with or without the hook, earrings, you know, like studs or even the backs of earrings, they'll eat those too. Now, these are the more common things that your dogs and cats will eat that will cause an obstruction. However, they will eat all sorts of things that will make you scratch your head and just be like, why in the world would you eat that? Okay, let's move on to the last topic, topic number 7, which is pet-proofing your home. So now that you've been armed with this knowledge, this part should be pretty easy. Basically, just put everything in its place. So, dirty clothes go in a hamper, and it should be with a secure lid on it. And if you don't have something like that, make sure your dirty clothes go into a closet to where your pets can't get into that closet. Clean clothes don't go on the floor. They don't go on your bed. They don't go on the dresser. Jewelry goes into a secure little bin. Your jewelry does not go on the nightstand where your cats can get to them. Used feminine products, we all know that those feminine products do not get flushed, they get put in the trash. Problem is, 9 times out of 10, that trash can is in the bathroom, in a small trash can, and your dog can easily stick his head into there and get to it. So, once you put your feminine products in the trash, take that trash and put them in an outside receptacle, preferably. Or in a trash can that has, again, a secure lid on it, preferably, let's say, for example, in the kitchen, you know, behind a door like a pantry of some sort to where your dog can't get to it. I've even had cases where cats they'll eat the string without the hook that during Christmas times that the Christmas ornament is attached to. So my suggestion is, and it may be a little weird, but it's worth it, is to put those Christmas ornaments on the top half of the tree only, so that way your cats can't get to them. I've had one case where a dog ate some charcoal. Yes, charcoal that you use to barbecue. So reason why? Well, it was after they cooked on it. So once everybody was inside later on that night, somebody let the dog out, and eventually he made his way to the grill. And what did he smell? The animal fat that had dripped down onto the charcoal. So, smell? Oh, you best believe he could smell that. Taste buds? Not so much. So whatever charcoal tastes like, most likely he couldn't taste it. And then we have a huge problem. So, put your grill in a secure area, let's say in a shed, close the door, lock it, so your dog can't get to it. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a sad story. This is a story about a dog named Grace, 6-year-old, a boxer mix that came into the hospital and she had a foreign body. Now the really sad part about this story is this was her 3rd foreign body, and otherwise she was a healthy pet. And unfortunately the owners elected to euthanize her. This was a sad day for me and my co-workers, but they just couldn't afford a 3rd surgery. And actually this is, the main reason why I did this video, so that her story didn't get repeated over and over again all over the world. Okay, that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope I've helped someone out there. These are my first 2 videos, so please subscribe, share, and like these videos. I have so many more videos to do, and I hope I can help somebody out there. Who knows, maybe I could even help save a life. Alright guys, until next time, I'll see you in the next video.